A big injury blow could be looming for Manchester United as the manager Erik Ten Hag confirms that Luke Shaw is a doubt for Sunday's trip to Kenilworth Road. Welcome to the United Hotspot. My name is Webb. Here is a quick update following the pre-match press conference of Erik Ten Hag as we do count down to our trip to Luton. Well, it has been, I think, full of so many injury updates. Of course, he spoke about Luke Shaw, spoke about Wan-Bissaka, spoke about Tyrell Malacia and Mason Mount. Now, here is the update. It's not looking good, guys. I think the chances now of us having Luke Shaw are becoming slimmer by the day. It could be less than a 50% chance that he will be playing now. But according to Erik Ten Hag, Luke Shaw is not doing well. They are still monitoring him. They are hoping that between now and Sunday there could be an improvement. But from what he said, his body language, he made it clear that putting him off, of course, was taking us back, saying putting him off was a precaution, but he is not looking good. So Luke Shaw, certainly things don't look very fine for him. So we might be missing him. How far back does that take us? Of course, considering that we've been hoping that now that our players had Sandro Martinez, who dropped off almost immediately after returning. Then Luke Shaw now follows. We thought that the fully fit squad would mean we could put our title for chase on. But is it now a big setback? Well, honestly, maybe it is because these are important players. But the reality is, I think we've picked the rhythm that we believe can ensure that we push for a top four finish. But for Luke Shaw, we should be starting to think of options. For me, the first preferred option would be playing Sofiane Amrabat in the left back, because when he just joined Manchester United, it looked decent playing there. But he will not be playing. Of course, the other update the manager gave was on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Bissaka, he says he will be out for another couple of weeks because he got another injury. You remember, within the week, I told you, I think it was on Wednesday when he came for training, but was not able to finish the training. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who could have played left back, or been in the right back, and Diallo going on the left back, is also not available. That would have been another option. Not there. He's not going to be playing this one. The boss also gave an update on Mason Mount and Tyrell Malacia. Now, Tyrell Malacia, he reveals that no, he's not retired like most of you have been saying, because he has taken so long without playing football. The boss says he got a setback during his rehab, and they have got to be more careful with him. It's too bad for him, too bad for the team, but it is what it is. So Tyrell Malacia, he's not back yet, but him and Mason Mount, who is also not yet back, there is hope that soon they will be starting to train with the team. They are training but on their own, but soon they could be starting to train with the team. The rehab is going on. So that's a bit of the injury Manchester United. The big one, obviously the painful one, is Luke Shaw. How exactly are we going to cope without him? Are we going to look to the youngsters, Harry Amas from the academy, to come and play left back? That would be too big, I think, a decision to make. That would be a bold decision to make. I certainly think we have got to look from within the players in the senior team. Never mind not having a natural left-footed player left in the defenders we have who are fit. We have got to look within those to see who we push to the left. Is it Harry Maguire this time, who can go play on the left? Then in the central defense, we have Rafael Varane and Johnny Evans. Then keep Diogo Dalot on the right. Or do we have Victor Lindelof still coming in? Lindelof looked shaky and rusty in the few minutes he played after Luke Shaw came off in the second half. Is he better now because he has got a few games between now and Sunday to improve himself? That's the question, and we'll be looking at that more, of course, later on in our life. But the reality is, it's a big injury blow, a major setback for what looked like progress for Manchester United. It looked like we are progressing in what we are doing. It looked like we're beginning to get the patterns. The team was playing with the patterns, and guys, people cannot overstate. I cannot overstate how important Luke Shaw and Lisandro Martinez are, together with Casemiro, in how we play. Evidence was how they returned, and instantly Manchester United were looking like a title contender. So that's how bad it is. But have we closed the gap between how we play when we have them and how we play when they're not there? Has the recent form covered up for that gap, that the template is beginning to look like it's there, that we can have any player come in there and fit well to win when we didn't have Luke Shaw for the most part of the game? and Lisandro Martinez at all in the last game against Aston Villa, a big opponent like that. But how much further can we go on playing like that? How on earth are we going to manage this? It's going to be a big question for Erik Ten Hag. It's sad that his second season has been marred by injuries, but you want to give him, of course, some decent credit because he has managed to sort of fight with mediocre players and be able to ensure that we are still in frame, in contention for a top four. We are about what 5 points shy of Aston Villa, who we believe we can dispossess and move them from the top four, because Aston Villa and Spurs are the teams we are focusing on chasing. How exactly do we cope without two of our most important players? The beauty though is that we've got Kobe and Casemiro who are looking good together. Kobe and Casemiro have not lost a single game when they play together at Manchester United. We've won 4 in 4. We've won. We played 4, and we've won. They have played, I think, 4 times together. Both of them together in the midfield. I think we've won all of those 4 games we played. They have scored 3 goals and assisted once. So it's looking like the midfield is improving. For me, if our midfield is improving, I don't care who is in that central defense. I don't care who is in left back. I think we can cover the gaps so long as our midfielders are okay. So long as you've got the right midfielders fully fit and well selected, it will be good. The only sad bit though for me is that Kobe Mainoo looked like his legs were tired in the last game we played against Aston Villa. I do want to think that between now and Sunday, we will have got enough rest, because they got a couple of days off, about 2 days off. I think they only returned. The players who started on Sunday only returned to training. I think they trained today. So they have had a bit of rest. I think they've had a bit of rest, which I think is good for them. That now they can think of proper recovery and come and play football, even if we are going to have, we are going to miss important players. For me, the focus should be on those who are fit and give them the belief and faith that we can cope and win games of football against small teams like Luton, regardless of us going to Kenilworth Road, a place where we haven't been in the longest time, especially in the English Premier League. Well, big update there concerning Manchester United. Not a good one, not what we'd love to see, but Erik Ten Hag again leaving a window of hope, saying that look, sure, we will monitor him up to Sunday. It's definitely a desperate statement from Erik Ten Hag, but it is one, I think, to keep the hope and faith of himself and all the fans of Manchester United, because the reality is everyone would be extremely discouraged if Erik Ten Hag came out and said that, you know what, Luke Shaw is not going to be there. Today is Thursday, but I mean, how many days are left? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 days we have to see him recover. The chances are slim. Let's focus on winning games of football with or without some of these big players. We are Manchester United, and it's not Real Madrid we are facing. It's not Arsenal. It's not Man City. It's not Liverpool. It's Luton, guys. We cannot undermine it, but it is Luton. We should have every right to feel like we can beat it fair and square, never mind who is fit. I think for me, there is every reason for us to believe. There is big belief in me that this is a game we shall travel to Kenilworth Road and win without a shadow. Or that's Manchester United for you. It's the big breaking news today. Luke Shaw nearly out, big injury blow. Aaron Wan-Bissaka got another injury. Tyrell Malacia will wait a couple of weeks again on the sidelines. So is Mason Mount. This was for me to give you a quick injury update concerning Manchester United. Later on, I will be back live with a proper full press conference reaction as we build up to our trip to Kenilworth Road to take on Luton. My name is Webb. Subscribe to the United Hotspot. Let me catch you later, fam.